Hey, how's it going, everyone? Thanks for tuning in this afternoon on a midday market update. We're going to switch it up a little bit today to our closing bell session. Last couple of days, I haven't really been able to provide an end-of-day analysis as to what's taken place throughout the day and what stocks we've been watching. Even this morning, we had some technical difficulties where I wasn't able to post that update on our morning hype session. But I just kind of wanted to provide, y'all with I guess what's been going on, for the last couple of days and what we've been watching, any new trades we might have jumped on, any positions we may have opened or closed, and things like that. As you can see, we got a lot going on today. Looking at the watch list here, we have a lot of green, but we also show a lot of red. But the top 4 stocks that I'm going to go ahead and point out for today, we have OSAT, which is ORBSAT Corporation. We had RCAT Holdings, Allied Healthcare Products, APHI, and XELA Technologies. You already know we're holding this one. But yeah, man, there's been some good trading going on. Some of y'all, if y'all were able to catch some of these stocks on some of our earlier updates, you may be been able to jump on board some of these trades here. I know some of these we actually covered last week, I believe, but we do have a couple of them that are new that we actually picked up today. But just starting from the top, we're going to go ahead and go with OSAT, which was ORBSAT. This is a stock that we kind of called out last week, going back to the daily chart here. We've seen a pop up here the first week of July. We started following it, but we ended up coming down to where we started picking up some new stocks we looked at. With this showed some more of a positive movement here in the upper direction. So we kind of still left this one on the watch list because I have been noticing that there's still been high amount of volume coming in. And this morning, I was wanting to post and let y'all know before the actual pop. Maybe I'll provide that update still because I still have the footage. I just wasn't able to post it here due to my internet acting up. But we were able to get that corrected here. And we're going to try to fill y'all in on what took place, though, as far as our call-outs that we made this morning. But going into the 30-minute chart, we did start noticing pre-market, some high volume coming in. I believe around our normal time, about 6:30-ish, is usually when I post the morning hype videos on the channel. And we started seeing the volume come in. Looking back at the news that we had, we did have an article that was posted. Let's see here this morning. So about 5 a.m., ORBSAT expands global e-commerce presence to 190 countries with launch on Alibaba.com, the world's largest business-to-business e-commerce platform. ORBSAT announces company's global Telesat communications unit has been approved. And yeah, they were able to start, I guess, providing their services on Alibaba. And Alibaba is a popular stock also. I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with. But I mean, that's some pretty big news. As you can see, it did cause the stock to start popping off today, but we came back down, and right now it's about 1:19 p.m. Central Time, and we're sitting right on the 21-day moving average, right below it. We're starting to actually on the 30-minute chart, starting to show a green candle forming here. As you can see, there was a pop early this morning. It didn't last long. It was more of like a morning bell. Kind of, real quick in and out kind of deal. Those that were able to jump on and make some quick money, we did hit a high of almost $15. $14.85 is what it's showing here. Even though there was a sell-off, we're coming back down. We're testing these levels here. We're showing a little bit of support, as you can see, and we're forming another green candle. Looking at the 5-minute, we're still below the VWAP, so I wouldn't necessarily want to buy back into this stock. I'd like to see it move back up and still keep the volume coming in. So I'm going to continue to watch OSAT. I have a feeling this may come back up moving into tomorrow. But I'm going to watch this into the after hours just to see if we start to see this start to recover here. And if so, this may be something we may want to look into in the morning, maybe jumping in, maybe even towards the closing bell here. But I don't think it's over for OSAT going off of the news. But a lot of people, they like to sell the news. So let's just see how this plays out. But OSAT did have a real good run today, and that was looking pretty healthy. But we'll follow back up on this one as we continue to recover from the downtrend. But RCAT, RCAT Holdings, is another stock that showed a nice little jump this morning, about $3 starting the morning. I believe there was a merger or something that was happening with this company. Teal Drones. Acquire Teal Drones. I'm not sure what Teal Drones are, but there's a term that hasn't been disclosed yet. But there was some good news. They signed some kind of deal or contract, but popping off to the high of $6 this morning, hitting a high around 11 o'clock a.m. Central Time. We've come back down. We've tested the 7-day moving average, about $3.90, $4. And we've already started to recover. We're on the 30. Actually, this is the 1 hour chart. I'm sorry, y'all. I like looking at the 30 just to give it more of a short term, kind of mid, short, long term for the week kind of look at it. But as you can see, we're still testing that 7-day on the 30-minute, and we've already started to recover, showing a real bullish green candle forming. So looking at the 5, it's already starting to almost test the VWAP again. We've tested it earlier about 12. We started a trend down, so we actually need to break through this level in order to want to consider this to buy in. But for 520, even right above the VWAP, I don't know. I take a risk sometimes. I'll jump in early. As long as I see there's volume coming in and it's been testing the VWAP more than once, I mean, I feel like it'll eventually break through. It doesn't always happen that way. There's times where it can do the same and it can literally turn the opposite direction. So just be aware of that when you do decide to buy into this stock. If you're wanting to be one of the early birds and jump in, before the actual breakout, just look and just do your homework. Maybe dig in a little more as to what the charts are doing here, and just maybe RSI, your MACD, any of those other indicators, they work very helpful as to showing these types of movements in the stock price here. So just kind of be mindful on that if you do decide to trade on this. I still feel like this one's gonna show some upward movement, but just trying to figure out where it would be. But $5 is actually a good price. I would think that would be good. You see an upside of already $1. Downside, you're looking about $1. So I mean, you're right in the middle. Why not? I think that's a good buy point. So just kind of keep that in mind, though, y'all. RCAT, RCAT. We're going to continue to watch this one here, moving into the after hours also. We also seen Allied Healthcare for our third stock of the day, which is APHI. This is on a 15-minute. I'm digging into the 30-minute. Excuse me. But right now we've shown a nice pop this morning, very nice pop, as you can see. As soon as the bell rang, early, it just was off. We've hit a high of $12 from a low of like $4, y'all. Like, that's amazing. And as you can see, we started to move sideways. We've seen a real quick pop, but we're seeing a lot of resistance in the $10 to $12 range here. So right now we're looking, we're consolidating, right below $10, and we're actually looking to break out as we speak here on the 30-minute. So if we can dig in closer, you can see we broke through the VWAP on the 5-minute, which is already an indicator with the 2 green bullish candles forming. So I would think this is the perfect time to buy in. For those of y'all that are watching, maybe get on board now, as we're starting to show some play here, y'all. So this is a good stock. I've seen it's been moving quite well. There's a lot of price action here, and it's actually at a decent price, y'all. I'm not sure how high this can go. We do show on the daily chart we're higher than we've normally been. A lot of volume coming in today. 83,000% above its daily average. 154 million shares compared to an average of only 184,000 shares on daily. And so that's quite a bit. We've already broke through some of these previous levels. We're going back to 2020. If we can break through a $13 price target here, we're going to continue to move up higher, y'all. And that's going back already 2 years. So whatever's going on with this stock today is causing it to rally, and this is looking very bullish now. But we'd have to see exactly how we're looking moving into the morning, because as you can see on the daily, there's really not much to go off of. But just showing, all the volume coming in, it just shows me that this may continue to move up here moving forward. 30 minutes, consolidating. But you know, there's not really much to look at right now because it's kind of a short-term pop. But hey, it's a lot of volume. There was a merger, I think it was this one with the merger. I'm not sure. Let's see. No, it's just popping. I mean, I thought there was a merger on one of these. Yeah, I read so many of these articles, but I don't want to get y'all twisted. Anyways, do your homework. You know, if you think this is something for y'all, this is a moment of buy, moment of truth. But it could go the opposite, y'all. But you know, momentum trading is a little risky. You know, please do your homework, y'all, before y'all make these buys. XELA Technologies, y'all already know what it is with XELA, y'all. I've been following this one. Number 4 of the day. I'm not sure if we should mark this as number 1 because I'm kind of invested in this one pretty heavily. I've made some money already earlier in the week. I've took some of my earnings, some of my profits off the top, just because I wasn't sure exactly where we're moving. But as it started to build back up, I bought back in some more. I'm only holding around 650 shares, nothing too crazy, but I've made a good amount of money on this one as we continue to see some upward movement here. We did come down, which I could have sold out, but I'm still holding. I think we're still going to continue to move forward. If we break through some of these levels down here, then I might buy or sell. I'm sorry. I don't mind, you know, going for the ride. Sometimes I gamble a little higher than some people may. Some people like to just hit the lick and pull out. I do sometimes, but I've been following this one for like 2 weeks, and this is literally barely broke out, so I don't think it's over yet. This has been holding volume for like 2 weeks straight, you know, been above its daily average, and every day it seems to build up more and build up more. And for us to just barely break out, I mean, we're still holding above a level, one of our key levels here, about 450 or so on the daily. But as you can see, we've been doing the same here for the last few days, so I'm just gonna hold it. Like, it is what it is. I've already been on the ride this long and I'm not ready to get off yet. So this is one that, you know, if y'all gonna check out those earlier videos, you know, I've been watching this for a minute. We've been waiting for this pop, y'all. I'm happy to hear if some of y'all were able to get on board, because we bought in around like $2 or so on a low. There was opportunities around like 190, and you can be up pretty significant, you know, on the dollar. You know, 1,000 shares we're buying in, you know, at $2 or so. We've made $3,000 to $4,000, y'all. That's a pretty good win. I mean, in my book, that's a pretty good win. You know, we don't always hit licks like this, but when we do win big, sometimes it feels good. And I just want to, you know, spread that love, spread that news, you know, share, you know, whatever I can do to help. You know, those that are, you know, on board with me, you know, hit the thumbs up, let me know I'm doing what I'm supposed to, providing y'all with some good information. Subscribe, you can be updated, you know, every time one of my videos are released. You know, get in the know first, you know, get on before these actually pop, y'all. We don't chase the rally, we wait for it, and we make as much as we can off of these licks here. I mean, even though it's been a week or two, you know, to make 4 to 5 grand, that's still a good win, y'all. I mean, some people don't even get paid that much, you know, in a week. So on average, you're actually coming out ahead to just sit here at a desk and just monitor these charts. So I do my homework. If it's helpful, you know, feel free to leave some comments. Anything I can do to improve these videos, you know, improve the channel, just let me know, and I'll be happy to try to adjust to that, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in this afternoon on a market update here right before the closing bell. I'm gonna catch up with y'all again in the morning. We'll see where some of these stocks ended the day, as well as where we might pick up some new ones. If anything changes, I'll be happy to share that information with y'all coming tomorrow on the morning hype. But thanks for chilling with me this afternoon, and we'll catch up with y'all tomorrow. Peace.